So I've got Karl Hudson, who's the founder of Searcharoo, and today's video is about the thin content with little or no added value Google SEO penalty. So Karl, obviously there's quite a lot of people in the groups talking about people being hit with little to no added value on content. So what's your thoughts about this Google penalty? It's a manual action penalty in Google Search Console. What's your thoughts on it?
So I would say, first and foremost, it's been quite an aggressive update. Obviously, this is all based off the March update. It's been quite an aggressive update so far. Seen a lot of penalties dished out. Some I agree with, some I don't. The problem you've got is a lot of local websites. The local service might only be like a small, let's say a carpet cleaner. There's only so many or so much content you can really write about carpet cleaning that's going to be specific to that user. Let's say it's a carpet cleaning service, so that that they're selling a service of carpet cleaning. So for Google to then go and penalize, your little local website owner who happens to just have a small website of 500 words seems a little bit harsh. Obviously, we know from an SEO standpoint, we're seeing a lot more penalties from people who've been utilizing, say, AI and cheap content and not actually trying to provide any value to the user, and just kind of mass producing, mass publishing all of this sort of content. And yes, would I agree that they probably deserve to be hit? Okay, yeah, I would definitely agree with that. If they're not spending any time on the content, if they're not making sure that the content is perfect for the user, getting those user engagement signals when they publish the content and try and improve that way, then yes, I can see why Google would go after them. But obviously with regards to thin content and little or no added value, I almost feel like, how can Google say that when, let's say, the local business owner might be getting inquiries through that website, which means that he's clearly fulfilling the user intent, and there has to be value there. Otherwise, why would the inquiries come through? I think Google's, I don't know if they're just going quite aggressive at the moment on these sort of slaps or claps, people are calling them. What's your thoughts, Dooley?
Yeah, so I think people need to sit down and actually look at the website that they own. So I'll repeat it back again of what the penalty is. It says thin content with little or no added value, and that is a Google penalty in Google Search Console. Well, if it is thin content with little or no added value, right, first and foremost, if you look at that page and you can genuinely look at that page and see, could you add more content that's more unique specifically to you, and not, let's say, if it's a product page which is duplicated from the manufacturer, or you've just gone and written exactly the same as what everybody else has done, and you could improve upon it and add your spin, your your unique selling point of your business. Well, you should be doing that anyway. For customers that are coming onto your site, you should be, for conversion, trying to sell your own USPs and making certain that there isn't thin content and there is added value. So from that point of view, I think people need to go and look at the site and see where it can be improved, because obviously Google have got a problem with it, right? So and if you don't like Google's problem with it, we'll go and try and rank in Bing, but the traffic's going to be 10 times less. Yeah. If Google are saying they don't like it, they don't like it. So you need to change your approach. And by changing your approach, then you can do a reconsideration request in Google Search Console. And in there, it basically turns around saying that you should be deleting any pages that you think are very thin on no added value, and you need to be showing examples of pages that you've deleted, or rewording and reworking and adding more original, unique content to existing pages for them then to potentially revoke the penalty of what's come through in Google Search Console. So instead of arguing, is Google right or wrong, you're playing with their search engine. They're a business. They don't like your thin content that's got little to no added value. You can either try to fight them or work alongside them and say, do you know what? If you think that this is thin content, I agree with you, Mr. Google, and I will try to improve upon what you say is adding no value, and I will try to make certain that I'm proving to you that everything that I'm saying here is related to my brand, it's related to my tone of voice, that it's unique, that it's original. I might be able to add some unique images and add some videos of jobs that my company has specifically done, and physically go out and try to improve upon these pages. And I think it's very important to make certain that if you are wanting to recover from this Google penalty, that that's what you should be doing.
What'll be interesting is seeing how long these, because they've handed out so many of them, seeing how long it takes them to respond to these reconsideration requests, because we must be getting over 100 inquiries at the moment a day of people who've been getting hit. So it'll be very interesting to see how long, when people are resubmitting these reconsideration requests, how long it's actually going to take Google to, give some feedback. Because chances are, in my past history with these sort of manual action penalties, you usually don't get them revoked on the first pass. It's usually 2 or 3 passes. So it'll be interesting to see, how this works with Google.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see any of the users that are watching this. Make sure you leave a comment in the comment section. Have you been hit at present with a thin content with little or no added value in Google Search Console as a manual action penalty? Let us know your thoughts. Have you actually added unique content that is related to your brand and obviously your business? Do you think it is good for the actual user, or have you just mass created AI content? Have you used certain content optimization tools just to write copycat content? If so, do you feel that that should be good enough for you to rank or not? So leave a comment, let us know. Have you got a thin content penalty? If you have, get in touch. We might be able to help you. There's quite a lot of others in the community that have also been hit. We'll let you know what your next steps are with regards to a reconsideration request for how you might be able to get it revoked from any sort of thin content penalties that are being handed out via Google.